is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a marvellous day today. Today we're going to be covering a subject that doesn't do very well on this channel, so we're going to try and refrain from inserting much in the way of opinion, mostly because the two-time, yes, Drdisrespect, is held in somewhat reasonable regard with his fans. I'd rather not get brigaded or mass ratioed to the downvotes. I'm just going to present what is known. We covered him a fair bit last year, because last year he admitted to something and then later went on to say he only did that to drain the swamp, as it were, of his friends. I have some comments about that we'll get to later. The reason we're doing this is because he has been letting those that were once his friends know what he thinks. His supporters usually fall into the line of, yeah, but Doc has more viewers live than those that were once his friends, so, like, really? Like, was it worth it? It's an amusing perspective to have, but you are free to have it. All of you are, in fact. Smash the like. On Twitter, Fearbuck, or Feared as the at, tweeted Drdisrespect crashes out on Nickmercs, Dr. Lupo and others who criticised him after it was revealed he was permanently banned due to inappropriate messages with a minor. The video included is 4.5 minutes long. Taken from one of his more recent streams. I don't remember if it was from Rumble or from YouTube. He does stream on both now that he's been remonetized on YouTube. Reply underneath, this dude has lost the plot. Being mad at everyone because they didn't defend a 45-year-old talking to a child, skull emoji.
I think Nickmercs is the biggest pussy in the world. Lupo, obviously, he's a big ass, he's a fake. Let's go ahead and say it. Never didn't talk about it before, but I'm in the mood now to talk about it. I think these people are the phoniest people in the industry, man. You know what I mean, champs? I won't talk about it anymore, but I just had to say that. I did, and I know you guys know, but God, I had to say it.
Many people have pointed out over the years that are a slew of creators who are fake online, in the sense that they are not the same person offline, which is hardly a surprise. There are very few people who are genuine and authentic. In this instance, the problem Doc has is many of those who he has named, he believes are fake because they called him out, they distanced themselves from him, they could not be seen supporting him because his choice of tactic was a remarkably dangerous one. If he is telling the truth, and everything Doc did last year was entirely an operation, an op, to try and drain the swamp, he knows the optics in the wider space are not on his side, so why play that particular card? If that was the case, that is. The problem he has is, yes, he has fans that support him and have gone back to him, gone to Rumble in fact as well, but the majority of creators can't be seen associating because they have to protect themselves first. Friendship to you is well and truly secondary, tertiary and beyond. Is it worth having a friend with somebody who pulls those kind of stunts? There's Edgelord and then there's Drdisrespect in that respect. That's it. You know what I mean?
Biggest fucking phonies. I can call out all these people. I don't want to though, man. You know what I mean, champs? These people have met, like those two people met Mrs. Assassin and Baby Assassin, Little Assassin, right? They met him multiple times. So for Nick to go on some fucking low budget podcast and talk about us the way he did, like who does that?
I don't think it ultimately matters if they've met your wife and child or not. I don't know if this point carries as much weight as you think it does. They could have met your entire extended family. Ultimately, it doesn't matter how close they were with your family when you were the one that posted and then eventually deleted the statement admitting to fault. Again, optics. It's why you were permabanned on Twitch, it's why you're unlikely to get much in the way of traction anywhere else outside of YouTube, where you're now remonetized, and Rumble. That's not to dig or take a shot at Rumble or YouTube, but you now know where you are stuck. That's fine, because you are incredibly successful, but you created the monster, and then later said it was just one big plan and game and bleh.
Like, pause the music. Who does that? Phony pussy. And then Lupo's screaming at the top of his lungs. He's got 400 viewers now. No one gives a... Like, he's always copied us. Transitions, intros, all that stuff.
It doesn't matter how many viewers someone has. It matters if they are correct or not. Again, you set the ball and wheel in motion. You knew you were going to lose friends. So why does this bother you so much that it's them? And why does it bother you so much that they have so few viewers now? Like, their relevancy is well and truly gone.
He always has. Like, I'm just gonna go and release some stuff off my mind. Disrespecting me, disrespecting Mrs. Assassin, Little Assassin. Come on, man. That's how you get knocked the fuck out.
I will say, because I do have to be somewhat consistent here, don't ever drag the family of the person you're criticizing into any of your content. If this is true, don't do it. Quite frankly, if you did, you deserve to be slapped. At least once, for every time you did it. It's not the Will Smith keep my name, wife's name out of your mouth and all that crap. No. It's a principled matter of Just don't involve them, focus on the individual. I understand there's a broader picture, but let's just obey some basic rules, shall we, guys?
This guy thinks he's this Nickmercs dude. I don't even know what happened to him. I don't know if he's still around. He thinks he's like a tough guy putting his who can I knock out in a fight list together. Like first off, who does that shit, man? Second off, this guy wouldn't even fucking come close. No way. Anyways, I just don't know who, like, the type of mentality to go on and talk about someone like that. Like, you just gotta be, you're lost. You don't do that. Time out. No. Especially when you don't know shit. No one does.
I'm gonna insert another obligatory disclaimer. If you are in your 40s and threatening to fight each other, do forgive me if I roll my eyes. Okay? You're all far too old. Stop acting like idiots. Second, because this one's quite important as well. No one knows the truth as you say it. You're the one that put the information out there, not us. You're the one that did that. You admitted to fault. Yes, okay, everything that happened before and during, there were some rather shady motivations of individuals involved, journalists as they are. Hardly a surprise. But you are the one that confessed. This whole mess is because of you. Why does this bother you so much? I get that it's free content and many of your audience will undoubtedly lap it up. But you dug that hole for reasons that many people still don't fully understand. Because we don't know the truth, guys. Well then tell us the sodding truth and show it. How about that? Instead of this posturing, much like the whole "I'll knock you out" nonsense.
Rat, what he is. Lupo, fake, phony rat. There's a lot of people that I don't care about. I don't care about.
It's fine not to care, but by acknowledging, it shows that in a sense you do care. You care enough to go off on people for 4.5 minutes in a live stream. Now, yes, your live streams are long, so I'd be very surprised if there wasn't a rant scattered somewhere within any of them. This one stood out enough that it got the attention of others, including Nick, which we'll get to soon.
The issue that I have with those two is that they met Mrs. Assassin multiple times. They met Baby Assassin. They met my family, right? They know what I'm about, you know? You know what I mean, champs? They got sucked in by an over-exaggerated narrative that was blown up by all these little anime, desperate for attention, zero life experience people on the internet, these trolls.
I won't lie, a small part of me feels targeted there. I do want to point out, while you have a wife and child, and I'm very happy for you in that respect, you admitted that what caused those messages back then was a weakness in you for issues you were going through in your life. And then there were clips of those times where you getting very upset to admitting to doing things you should not have done at that point. People collected the information because the internet is a weapon. You may want to denigrate and devalue what people say, believing they're pushing a message, myself included, I'm sure. Although I have no idea if you actually know who I am, and I doubt you do, and I don't care really. But the point still stands. You contributed to that. So how is this the fault of everyone else for following that and going, ooh, this all seems to add up? Compounded by the fact you admitted, for reasons that I guess we don't ultimately know beyond draining the swamp.
And it was blown out and exaggerated. And then you got people going, but you admitted it. What the f- do we admit? Some jokes and bannering? That's what we said. Wake up. We didn't admit nothing.
Because the internet is forever, it would be rude of me not to point out on a Discord tab titled Drdisrespect, I still have the archive link of your Twitch ban statement that you have since deleted. The one you posted on the 25th of June 2024. Within it, you admit to messaging inappropriately. Yeah? No illegal things happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes are committed according to you, right? But were there Twitch whispers with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. We only have your assertion though at this point. That's all we've ever had. I'll link this down below if you still want to enjoy a jolly good read of someone trying to seem like they're above it.
Now, you're convinced, and they're all convinced by the narrative that was put out by, guess who? Rolling Stones, Washington Post, right? Little depressed, deep-eyed slasher. All these people, right? These people we can't relate to. And it's unfortunate. But the real truth, after that, it was revealed. Look at these fake phonies, man. I mean, you're literally, Nick's going on a podcast talking about us, champs. I don't even fucking...
Well, I guess we all need a break from playing games all day, don't we? Bit of commentary is not a bad thing. It does generate rather interesting backlash for both parties. I doubt Doc actually experiences any because he has quite a devout fan base. The two-time is still seemingly well respected within his own space. But his name, he knows this, in mainstream will always be poisoned. I will of course happily dunk on mainstream media because they do disingenuously portray things. but I've just showed your previously deleted, well now deleted, previous statement you made on the subject. That what started all of this spiraled out of control because you put that statement out there. You edited the statement, by the way, at least twice to remove the word minor from it, and then reinsert it to delete it again. Like, you were paying attention, and I don't know if you were doing it on purpose to bait more people out with the word minor or not. Your company has gone into the ground. People have lost jobs because of being associated with you. This is a mass poison you spread with your own apparent lie. I say apparent because it's according to you.
Look, there's a difference between having to, like, as a person in the industry, just speak up on it. And, like, for example, Tim and Z Laner, like, they're good people. They're good people. They responded in a way where it's like, you know, hey, from what we've heard, okay, again, give me a call, shoot me a DM, whatever. Let's talk about it. Explain it in a couple minutes. Boom, that's it. But they never did that.
Yeah, but you're forgetting here how culture generally in society works. They're not going to reach out to you. You put the statement out there. How is this so complicated that you're having to mold about it a little bit? And you are doing that to an extent because, again, you created the monster. Yes, people did do some digging because the ban was really strange on Twitch. I will admit, to not know for years, I defended you in that respect because I thought it should have been known and made public. Clearly there were some mistakes made within Twitch's inner circle, and Twitch does have many problems. That can't be denied. You were one of the, if not the biggest at the time, streamer on their platform. One of the best gamers. Can't be denied. But it also should not be ignored. They should not have to message you to get what you claim is the truth. Because how are they going to be able to prove that what you say is the truth? That's the problem. No one can prove any of it. Which means I can't, in good conscience, dismiss anything you've said because what you've said you've then deleted. And I still have it. Meaning there is no integrity here. That's a big problem.
So for those that are asking, like, you should play with Z or Timmy, the only way is they'd have to apologize. Not publicly. I don't care about it. They just come up and say, hey, you know, made a mistake. Boom. Let's get back into it. Then I'm good, right? That's how I deal with shit, right? Like, hey, as long as you learn from it, you apologize, boom, you move on. This whole exaggerated narrative that was built up, so pathetic. Bunch of pussies, it's what it is.
As far as this goes, it's not necessarily unhinged. It's very much in line with the character of Doc. It really is. Hell, even when it came to being serious about this, taking it seriously and addressing it as perhaps himself, no, everything's in character. He's very much like Unknown Hinson, always in character and you don't know whether it's a joke or not. We're now going to go to a clip from Nickmercs, who on his own stream has had some choice words about this rant.
We're all fake and phony because we cut ties with you after you did some crazy shit, put all your boys in a tough spot. You want to get real about it? Get real about it. You put everybody around you in a tough ass spot because you're a dog. Because you're a dog, bro. And I've known plenty of dogs, man. But when you go below that 18-year-old, you a different kind of dog now. Now you're a weirdo.
I know there are going to be many who feel that perhaps with what happened with Doc, he might have been unfairly treated. There are some that are going to think that Nick is coping. There are some that think Doc is coping. My perspective has always been with a level of consistency. Because you put the statement out there, I can't ever take your side. I can't do that. It involved someone under the age of consent. You've admitted the messages were inappropriate, not saying how far inappropriate, of course. I'll admit those who exposed you, Slasher, were definitely in the shitty territory, but that doesn't stop what you said. You did try and explain some of it away when you came back, and we covered that last year, but to be honest, you didn't really explain it away. You just tried to fob it off with the character and the mannerisms, the same regurgitated phrases. You know, like Tyson Fury, you have like 4 to 5 of them, and they normally have an F word in somewhere, and that's about it. Effing this, effing that. Loser, pussy, the usual. Ultimately, it doesn't matter how many viewers, how many subs, how big your presence is on the platform, or how big your platform is after you've severed contact with somebody who is massive in size. It doesn't matter. Integrity is very important to a lot of people, and it's what a lot of viewers go to. I say a lot. There are some exceptions. This might well be one of them.
And you can't, you have no self-awareness. You can't reflect. You can't hold yourself accountable. You can't be a man. Being a man is about holding yourself accountable with things you do. It's a really important part about growing up and being a man. You're a father, you're a husband. Look, you f***ed up. You gotta own it. You gotta be a man. You f***ed up. You don't get to go around and blame everybody else for the shit that you did. That's not what you do. That's not what you do.
The sentiment that Nick is presenting, I fully agree. Because again, who created the mess? after these accusations were levied. Doc did. That might be unpopular to some, and I'm sure I'm going to get mass downvoted, but ultimately I will stand on the side of don't talk to minors. It's not overly complicated. I know to this day people are still asking for the whispers to be released. I know Tifu did when all of this happened. I remember it because I featured it in a bloody video. I would love for all that information to be made public. Twitch won't do that, which means all of this will always be speculation and based on what people know from what they say. Doc chose to say, edit, multiple times, delete, come back, carry on in character, get demonetized, go to Rumble, back on YouTube because he got remonetized, we all knew that was going to happen, and carry on as if he is superior to everyone else because he has more viewers in the Champions Club. I feel like the fact people lost their jobs over this, because of the mess you created, is often overlooked, and wrongfully so. You made that mess. I fully expect to see this continue for a little while because both Nick and Doc have large audiences. Doesn't matter whose is larger, they have a large audience. And I am somewhat intrigued to see whether this does go any further, because I haven't seen much antagonizing from Nick, just a statement of, why don't you just be a man for a change? Which seems like the right place to end this, really. Do tell me what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, or didn't, smash the like or dislike. Either is fine by me, quite frankly. Engagement's always good. I shall later on this evening be streaming some fishing, and if you're on my Discord server, my friend David and I are doing a Not Worth a Cork rum tasting session, because there's nothing wrong with rum. Sit in the VC, join, chill out, and listen to two boomers make mistakes. Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Have a lovely day, and thank you all very much for listening.